Being relaxed in who you really are causes others to feel safe enough to be open with you. Authenticity is not a trend, but a timeless virtue. And I am going to show you this year how your authentic self is the secret weapon to your confidence. You're listening to Prospecting on Purpose, where we discuss all things prospecting, sales, business, and mindset. I'm your host, Sara Murray, a sales champion who's here to show you that you can be a shark in business and still lead with intentionality and authenticity. Tune in each week as we dive into methods to connect with clients, communicate with confidence, and close the deal. Hello, and welcome to the Season 2 premiere of Prospecting on Purpose. I am your host, Sara Murray, and I am thrilled to kick off this second season with you today. This episode is releasing on New Year's Day, 2024, so Happy New Year to you if you are listening to this live. I have an amazing year planned for us. This season is going to be so impactful, and I am so happy you're here and are going to be a part of it. We're going to be building our skills, strengthening our minds, connecting with others, building our confidence, embracing our authenticity, and learning from guest experts in all fields of business. I ended last year by committing to show up to this show authentically and courageously, as opposed to vulnerable. And that is my promise to you as we move into the second season. We're going to be diving deep into the realms of taking action, embracing accountability, and unlocking the mindset secrets to sustainable success. Whether you're striving for career excellence or personal development, I want this podcast to be a roadmap and a support system for you in that journey. I have grown so much in this past year, and building a business is a huge catalyst for growth. But now that I'm self employed, I find myself wishing I had a lot of these tools that I've been gathering when I worked for a corporation. So, in whatever you do for your work, I am excited to share those lessons with you. I know we're going to continue to grow together. For topics this year, if you're in a sales role, we're going to be talking about sales, of course, but how we can self motivate and self lead to achieve our sales targets. And then in any type of role, we're going to continually meet and exceed our goals because we know how to break down those complex tasks into manageable, executable activities. We're going to be maximizing our efforts in anything that we do for maximum output. We're going to be better negotiators, more effective communicators, and we're going to handle conflict with less stress. We're going to be talking about in-person events. What are the trends for this upcoming year? How can we host successful events? How can we execute impactful and efficient trade shows? We're going to be discussing how we can be more engaging presenters, how we can pull people in as opposed to push them away. We're going to be networking experts, and we're going to leverage our contacts and our network to get us where we want to go. And I have learned from so many guest experts on this show. This season will be no different. This first half of the year, we have amazing guests coming your way. I will be talking to an expert on how to maximize your LinkedIn for social selling. We'll be meeting a vocal coach who's going to teach us to identify the masks we put on our voice and how to work through those so that our clients can connect with our true selves and not through the mask we've put on. We're going to be meeting with a writing coach to address our relationship with writing. And of course, we're going to be discussing AI and how we can use artificial intelligence to be a unique differentiator from our competition. I have amazing authors joining us on the show this year, and we're going to dive into their thought leadership in all different categories. We're going to discuss how we approach B2B sales, including e-commerce. We're going to learn a contemporary leadership style called enlightened leadership, which is really where we need to steer the world if we want to create sustainable, positive, and fulfilling work environments. This podcast audience is a major part of that ripple effect. I'm interviewing founders and CEOs of companies that are innovating, building new tools, changing how we approach our mindset to sales and business successes, and all of the subjects are truly so fascinating. I am interviewing one of the world's top sales gurus this year, one of my favorite authors and mentors. We're going to be discussing selling with noble purpose. This February, I'm speaking at this year's Forbes Travel Guide Summit. My presentation is called Prospecting on Purpose, Embracing Authenticity in Luxury. I'm going to be interviewing the CEO of the company that executes that event. We're going to get into some of the trends for 2024. I just have so much coming your way, and I am so excited. And one of the biggest things that all of these topics really have in common, or what's going to amplify and maximize your return on the investment, really, is learning how to embrace your authentic self. Your authenticity is the key to unlock anything you want in life. And the best part is that you already have access to it. However, in some sense, I think authenticity has become a little bit of a dirty word. So, in this evolving landscape of sales and business and personal connections, this concept has become a little diluted and it's losing its true essence. And in the pursuit of success, both individuals and businesses tend to align themselves with trends or what they think their client wants to see, as opposed to staying true to their genuine selves. And we need to have a combination of both, because if we don't, this is where we lose trust. This is where we stop listening. We put on voice masks. We interact with others in ways that don't feel good. It essentially creates a disconnection between us and others, which is going to shoot us in the opposite direction of where we want to go and where we need to go. Authenticity is not a trend, but a timeless virtue. And I am going to show you this year how your authentic self is the secret weapon to your confidence. Being relaxed in who you really are causes others to feel safe enough to be open with you. And when we like ourselves and we show up to others in a way where we understand the value that we provide, whether they know it or not, that is going to be our biggest differentiator, and that is going to cause strong relationships. We always hear the phrase that people do business with people they like, but it starts with liking ourselves first and leading ourselves in ways where we show up authentically. The ego and the arrogance start to dissipate, and that confidence shines through. That is our North Star this season. That's what we're going to be diving into. I am really excited about it. One of the biggest lessons that I learned from last year is that our support systems are vast, and the way that we tap into them is by being true to yourself. So if you're listening to this show, I consider myself a part of your support system. Please send me a note at hello@saramurray.com if you have something you'd like me to cover this year in an episode. If you have a question, if you're struggling with something, if you have a suggestion for a guest, this is our show and I want to make it authentically. So I'm bringing you information that I think is going to serve you, but I want to hear from you. What do you need to help you in your professional success? We ended last year looking back at how we were impacted by others and who we impacted, and hopefully we carved out some time for self-reflection. And it's important to take some of that time to look back so we get the positive momentum behind us to fuel us into motion. Because we all know that action is the first step to achieving anything. And personally, I think a lot of where my confidence comes from and what I can accomplish boils down to two big things. The first is the ability to take action and chunk things down into manageable tasks. And the second is leaning on the people in my network. Everyone listening can achieve the same thing. And to kick off this new season and kick off this new year, I am inviting you to a free workshop that I'm hosting. I am really excited about it. I'd love to have you join me and spread the word. On Friday, January 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern, I'm hosting a free 1-hour webinar called Big Rocks 2024 Goal Setting Workshop. This is actually a core module that I present in my paid workshop, and I have had some clients build their entire year around it. So it's a really powerful way to accomplish your goals. I do this in my business. I always did it in sales roles when I worked for other people. This is the first time I'm hosting it as a free resource. So if you're interested, please sign up right now at saramurray.com/big rocks. It is a webinar format, so you won't be on camera, but it's going to be really interactive. And we're going to be building out our Big Rocks document real time together. So you'll get the template ahead of time. We're going to go through the process together and how you use it. And then we're going to spend some time setting our goals. I usually print out this document and tape it to my wall. I do it a few times throughout the year. We're going to go through a lot of examples on how you piecemeal it in a way that works for you. You may be asking yourself, what is a big rock? So a quick definition: when you think of your role in an organization and your individual goals, or what is success measured by, it's important to identify the big rocks that are going to help you meet those goals. So in a sales role, big rocks are usually key accounts, which clients are giving you the biggest business, which clients do you need to develop or nurture or grow to meet your goals. But big rocks can also be project-based. What type of projects need to be completed to meet your overall goal? And then how do we break it down with accountability, with what is our desired outcome? Why are we doing this? And what are the steps that are going to get us there? And it's such a powerful tool. I'm so excited for you to learn it. It's something I'm very proud of because I know how helpful it's been to me and my success and my client success. I am someone who does what I say I'm going to do and achieves my goals. And I would love to share with you all the way that I do it because it really works. So this free workshop is Friday, January 19th, 2024 at 12 p.m. Eastern. You can register for it at saramurray.com/big rocks. I will also put a link in the show notes. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a note at hello@saramurray.com. It's going to be really fun, and it's a great opportunity to create a concrete plan to meet your goals. So please feel free to share it with your teammates, your clients, your network. The more the merrier. I am really excited about it. That wraps up the season premiere of Prospecting on Purpose, and make sure you've subscribed so you don't miss an episode. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening to the Prospecting on Purpose podcast. If you loved what you heard today, subscribe to the podcast and please rate and leave a review. For more info on me, or if you'd like to work together, feel free to go to my website, saramurray.com. On social media, I'm usually hanging out at Sara Murray Sales. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.